Hey there guys, Ultraviolet Rooster here coming at you with something new. Now, this isn't a game review or an hour-long song or whatevs. This is something we'll call an opinion piece or some shit like that. But before I get into the nitty-gritty of it all, let me just say thank you to all my followers and viewers for being so patient with me. I know I haven't been the most consistent and I'm still trying to find my pace with everything. But you guys have been here through it all. This channel is already a year old, 1 year, and still at it. So thank you all for being patient, and best of all, thank you all for being understanding. Now, with all that being said, let's get into what I want to talk about, the Steam Deck. Now, by now y'all have seen the news and videos out there going over every inch of this thing. Seriously, how many videos are there talking about this thing right now? I don't even want to know. There's videos talking about the specs, the games, what it means for the future of gaming. I mean, they're going over this thing to hell and back. And the one thing I hear over and over again is that this thing is the Switch killer. Yeah! Or, to the lesser extent, that this is a direct competition to the Switch. Now, I can see where peeps are coming from with that argument and everything. I mean, look at the damn thing. It looks like a goddamn Switch. But... let me tell you why I think everyone, and I mean everyone, is wrong about that. First, let's talk about why not. Because why not? You see, it can't be a competitor to the Switch because there is no competition for the Switch. Nintendo has an iron grip on the balls of the handheld market, and they are not letting go. I mean, peeps have tried dipping their toes into that sweet, sweet pool, but with less than stellar results. The truth here is that Nintendo simply knows what works for their games, so they don't have to take so many risks. Couple that with a die-hard cult-like fan base that will swallow up anything Big Papa Nintendo throws at them, and you can see how difficult it would be to challenge them. And this isn't about the game price either, as the argument that games would be cheaper on the Steam is completely invalid. I mean, it's true. You can get AAA games for cheap on Steam and whatnot, but that means nothing to a fan base completely willing to pay ridiculous amounts of money for the same game again and again and again. Now, talking about price, let's take a look at some of these Steam Decks. Starting at $400 for the basic version of the thing, and running all the way up to $650 for all the neat little bells and whistles and... wait. Exclusive virtual keyboard theme. What the fuck? Anyways, it doesn't even come with a dock. And yes, there is a dock to hook up your Steam Deck to the TV. Like, what are even computers at this point? Anyways, there's no info on how much or how it works or whatever, but there is a dock coming. And it's sold separately. Compare that with the Switch that comes with everything for $300, and yeah, enough said about that. So, Rooster, if this isn't competing with the Switch, then what is it competing with? What is it for? Well, that's a very good question, myself, and you're very smart for asking that. See, what I think they're actually targeting is, and I'm going to go with the cliche drum roll here, the Game Pass. Yes, Microsoft and its super special awesome Game Pass. Now, let me explain. The Game Pass itself is by no means cheap, especially if you want it to be portable. The Game Pass Ultimate is like $30, I think, every 3 months. But it does give you access to a shitload of games. And I mean a lot. And as you may have heard during the E3 conference, it's a joke by now, everything is coming to Game Pass day one. Huzzah! Anyways, what else? Oh, plus there's this neat little thing called the Razer Kishi, which when you drape it over your phone makes it look like a goddamn Switch. Or a Steam Deck. Yeah. Yeah. There's also a point that most peeps already have a phone, or most likely have a phone, that meets the minimum requirements to play on the Game Pass. So all you really need is like $100 for that Kishi, or any of the other similar controllers, probably cheaper controllers, and you're good to go. Anyways, that's what I think they're really targeting. Game Pass versus the Steam Deck. Is that the actual, head-to-head collision we're seeing here? Or could I be completely wrong, just talking out of my ass? Who knows? That's my 25 cents. Oh, before I go, one last point made by this picture that I found on Reddit mentions that Valve is notorious for abandoning their hardware the moment they get bored. So, let's just wait and see how this plays out. Anyways, this has been Ultraviolet Rooster. Glad to be back and ready to see what you guys have to say in the comments. Do you think this is another piece of abandonware in the making? Or are we really seeing the future unfold here? I don't know. You guys tell me. Until the next one, you guys.